Hi, my name is Sally Brown, and I'm a site coordinator with Communities and Schools of the Midlands, which is located in South Carolina. And this is my second year as a site coordinator. Last year, I was just learning the ropes and figuring things out and trying to find, the best ways that I could fit into the school and building those relationships with leadership and teachers and things like that. So my second year was this past year, and we were really working hard on building our volunteer base. That was something that admin, they had several groups that were ready to volunteer, and we were able to be the group that brought them in. They said, here's the group, this is what they want to do, see what you can do. So that's a great part of Communities and Schools, is that we are available and we're able to have that school schedule, put it together with the schedule for the group that wants to come in, and meet the needs of the students, so we can start building those one-on-one relationships around reading, around mentoring, and that kind of thing. So that's something that is really, really exciting that we get to do. But as the volunteer base started to grow, we got up to 40 volunteers that were coming weekly. And in the beginning, it was easy to kind of get feedback and to know how many hours everybody was coming. That was something that I could manage and track. But as it grew and as large groups were bringing in their people, we had a high school that would bring in their juniors and seniors. I noticed that, when 20 volunteers are there reading with the students, there's one-on-one relationships happening, and there's one-on-one moments happening. And I'm walking around and, overseeing it all, but I'm just not getting the details. I don't feel like I was getting the details of, I had the list of who's reading with who, but I didn't feel like I was getting the full picture to kind of be able to really see the impact that that mentor is having with that student. So something that I really wanted to do was have some sort of app or some sort of program where mentors are putting in the time they've spent, what student they were spending it with, and then just some feedback, like what do they want me to know. So I looked around to find a program for us that would do that. And at first I kind of thought we needed it to be like check in, check out, maybe something at the front. But as I looked into it more, I realized that it really just needed to be something that they were managing, that they just put in the date and the time that was spent. And so I found that in a program that is for volunteers, and it's called Track It Forward. Track It Forward. And it's not very expensive. It's free up to 25 volunteers. And then it's $12 a month for up to 100 volunteers. And the time that I spend managing, the volunteers, obviously I'm going to have those first time that I'm going to have the background check. I'm going to have that first meeting with the group and with the volunteer about what's volunteering going to look like. This is what you're going to do. We have those training sessions. So that's going to happen. But this is for, okay, we have all of that set up, and then this is where you tell the volunteer, this is how we're going to communicate beyond this. We're going to see each other in the hall some, but this is where I really want you to put in your hours. And that is for everybody to benefit. It's so the volunteer can be appreciated and acknowledged. It's so the student can be able to, the successes of the student can be shared through that. It's so we can submit those hours within system and to our school leadership, so we can receive, grants and funding related to specifically volunteer hours. And also, within that program, the management that I can do is going to be so much easier to deal with and see all the data and see what groups are doing what, and which groups are coming more and which groups are coming consistently. So I'm excited about it. It's something that I'm going to try regardless at my school this year. But thank you for considering this for the Innovation Challenge. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes.